On the sales report, the functionality is similar. So here we can see actual budget comparison of sales. We have a geographic representation where the users can drill down or zoom in to their sales data based on a map and geographic criteria. So I can click on a dot and can see the revenues, in this case per postcode. All these details though you can configure. So you could also use different geographic criteria, like for example city, address, and other aggregations that you want to use here. Also here we have the top products and the top customers. We see dashboard items with number of sales, average sales, and distinct customers. Again, of course, I can filter all these details. The next statement shows now detailed financial statements. So we have here a profit and loss statement over time periods. In this case, it's filtered on the entire financial year. So if I go all the way to the right, I can see the totals for the selected period. We have other details here that are defined using Power BI calculations, like for example, what was the percentage of sales of this particular detail. We have the change to the previous months, change to the previous year, and we're using color codes here that the users can easily identify outliers. So for example, here we have a big proportion of the sales and so on. With all these details, if you click on one of the cells, so for example, you're interested in, what were the details for this particular accounts receivable. If you click on it, you can see on the right side, we automatically get all the transactions that are behind these values. So you always have a drill through to the detailed transaction level. The next report is similar. It's just here an actual budget comparison as opposed to the previous one, where we have now the comparison from actuals to budget. And again, the drill down to the detailed transactions. And finally, we have the on-the-fly simulation. Here the users can, if they have set up budget data, in our case here, this budget data is fixed in the demo application. In the upcoming new version of ClearJelly, you will be able to enter your own data. At the moment here, this data is fixed. Here the users can, just with a slider, simulate changes. For example, if I want to simulate what happens if I have a 10% increase in sales, you can just push the slider, the value adapts, and you can see what's the resulting net profit. And the same one works for the expenses. So this is just a quick overview how the dashboard works. If you want to create a new one and play around with it, you can always add a new report and then just start with the existing fields. For example, if you want to do a sales report, you can just drag the all scenario, is in our case the value for the sales transactions. We can just drag this on the canvas. We can see we now automatically get a bar chart. And now we can just drag and drop any other criteria. So if you want to see this by city, for example, you can just drag this again into the canvas or into the dashboard item and see our values this way. If you want to filter, again, very simple. You can either take the date in the respective table, so for example this one here, and turn this into a filter. And to turn this into a filter, we're using the icon here for the slicer. And now you see you have the slicer now where you can filter start and end date. So if you want to, you can just easily navigate here and say, I would just like to see it until the 28th of February. And again, of course, this adapts. Another option is here to switch and, for example, use a drop down where then the users can select the particular date that they're interested in. If you're interested in a different level, again, the only thing to do is just take the respective aggregation. So if you want to see this now on a month basis, just take it in. Sorry, this has to be done here. Take this away and put the months back in here and turn this into a filter. So now the user can filter their visual by the particular months. So if you want to see this by January, now it shows the January results. And the same principle to get to dashboards like this, in the end, is just a combination of multiple of the Power BI visuals and selecting the attributes that you would like to use. And of course, if you need further help, we are always there to help you. So don't hesitate to contact us.